Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Dark Souls PvP invasion. And this is another 20 minutes in the grip of the player versus player element in this game. The crossfade means that this took a while to find, but lo and behold we have our first opponent who is using a Marakumo. It looks like he's got the steel armor on his top, or the Tarkus armor or whatever it's called. And he also has some enemies to contend with, so I want none of that. You might also have noticed that in the duration of this video my outfit's changed again. I'm now using the Thorn leggings for the Kirk benefit. Here he comes, Mr. Oh no, he didn't cheap shot me, thank you sir. I've also got the, oh he's bowing, the top set of, what's it called now? I think it's called the brass armor. It's the armor that the Dark Moon Firekeeper has. And if you've never seen the torso of this armor, which you can't really appreciate in Phantom form, it is a beautiful piece of equipment. It looks really nice, and it can be difficult to get stuff to match with it. Oh, I'm trying to wing a parry against a Marakumo on stairs, which is never a good idea. He's got Havel's leggings on, so this guy knows how to stack poise. He's got the Mask of the Mother, and he's spamming the Marakumo. Why aren't I parrying it? It's so simple to parry. Come on, Chris, what are you doing? But I'm engaging, I'm poking, I'm flipping backwards, keeping forwards. I wing the blind parry. I should set up the parry because this guy is spamming, and oh, it's so sad to see. But that was the introduction, so this is the character. So there you can see I have the Crown of Dusk, I have Havel's gauntlets, I have the Chaos Great Scythe because I'm experimenting with it. I have some lovely spiky shoes and that awesome torso piece. So there's my Chaos S-Stock. I'm kind of doing a Chaos build on Ezekiel at the moment. There's his statistics for anybody curious. You might have to pause that because I don't fuck about when I'm PvP and I get straight to it. And that transition, that's a new word. It basically means a badly pronounced transition. It means that we're in someone else's world. So there is a Silver Knight, which tells me that he's probably not in this area or he would have dealt with them. Either that or he's done the shortcut jump and he's just not bothered killing the knight, so the knight's gone back to his original starting position. I'm running back into the central hall because I've invaded from the bonfire for a change. And this guy's either going to be waiting here or he's going to be waiting here with like 4 phantoms. And lo and behold, we have a dude doing the channeler's gesture or the channeler's dance, which buffs him and his buddy. His buddy looks like he's using a washing pole, and is that Havel's head? So, as you can tell, stellar representatives of the Dark Souls community. But I do have a Chaos Storm in my pocket, and I'm not afraid to use it. And is the Prowling Demon alive? The Prowling Demon is alive, so quickly change from the Hornet's Ring to the Bellowing Dragon Crest. And these guys take a wrong turn, so I'm like, I'm over here! Home Alone style, Macaulay Culkin, and oh, I remember this fight. Look what he's wearing. This guy's wearing, I believe, the Elite Cleric set, which you can only get if you hack the game. And he takes 192 damage from my Firestorm, which is not compelling damage numbers. And I think he's lagging, either that or he enjoys jogging into a brick wall. And right there, I think I thought I had my shield on, I didn't. I'm trying to parry a katana, but I'm not doing it the right way. Somebody does invade, which would probably help me. And look at the Prowling Demon, he's just not hurting the host, and then, yeah, then that happens. Why do people do this? I don't get it. I really don't get it. And the sad part about that, guys, is whoever's just invaded is on his own now. And there's generally never honour among thieves, as that guy uses a divine blessing. Oh, what a dick. What a dick. What? That's like fucking Mr. Garrison's novel. That's how much of a dick that guy is. And that novel is amazing, but it mentions the word penis like 500 times, and that is exactly who those people were. But back into Dark Anor Londo, which is the main reason I hate Anor Londo, because I don't like invading in this area, but a lot of, shall we say, phantom farmers, or just generally people... Oh, is that the guy? That is the guy. So he bangs the wall to get my attention, and then he waves, which is cool, because, you know, a lesser player would have just ran up my ass and backstabbed me. and he's using Pyromancy. He's also 360ing, so he likes to use it. He's also freehanding it, which is cool, and he's using the Gravelord sword. He has some fire purging. I can't get the backstab because it's pushing me. Gets a little bit of scrape damage, but not enough because it's not a damaging spell. Ooh, the combustion is, however. And this guy's got, with the looks of it, the top half of the Black Knight, and oh, hang on a second. Who's this kid? Jesus Christ. And this is something you don't see every day, folks. They're both using the the Mito sword. And this guy has no poise, but I have no stamina, and I'm going to lose this. I can just see it. Why did you keep the scythe on, Chris? What the fuck are you doing? So I'm poking him to try and break his shield, which isn't working, because I wanted to just stun lock him down so me and that guy could continue our fight. I try and dead angle him, and the host comes in and backstabs me, which, you know, is how it works. So, an interesting little encounter. You've not seen too many like that, but they do happen. They happen a lot. And you've got to love a dude wearing full gwins. And the host points him down because he did interrupt us, which is dickish. But such is Dark Souls. And this is Malak. Ex-Malak, to be precise, and I can't remember what this guy's like, but I get the feeling this is going to be another rough one, and I'm thinking this is the guy with full giants and the katana. I could be wrong, though. So the Prowling Demon, or the Titanite Demon as he's actually called, I don't know where the name Prowling Demon came from, because I do believe in the art book he's literally Titanite Demon, which is kind of point blank and obvious, but that's what he is. So the Silver Knight's still here. He didn't open the shortcut, or if he did, he closed it. Oh, this guy's a duelist. So he buffs his sword with Dark Moonblade, which tells me I can already know how this is going to end. I'm going to lose, but we'll see how this goes through. So, wow. That was a fantastic little not a dead angle, that's phantom range what just happened there. And oh god, here comes the Silver Knight. The Silver Knight, who's a boss, check him out. 400 damage, but he doesn't stand long against that, and then we engage again. So this guy's got an interesting setup. He's wearing the Hollow Thief top. He's got Havel's leggings on. I can't tell what his gloves are. This dude is geared for PvP, and he's using a buff build. I think his gauntlets might be the Kirk gauntlets. Oh, no, actually, they look like Havel's. Yeah, he's probably stacking 50 plus poise so that he doesn't get stun locked with the katana. And he's aggressive with this buff, which is what you've got to be. And you'll notice when they two-hand, that's when they truly mean business. And at this point, I didn't realise I should always have... Oh! Oh, yes! Just yes! He loses points for the Hornet, but that was sexy. That was a great parry. Fantastic work. And yeah, I was impressed at the time too, so I'm going to send this dude a Singapore. Jesus Christ. Surprisingly good connection for Singapore. But I always try and send messages if they're earned or deserved. I do send other things than hate, guys. I know I generally populise the ridiculous things I say to people, mainly because they're funny. That's... like, I don't really want people to die, but when you send them a message that says that, to some people it can be that shock laugh that we all enjoy giggling at. And speaking of a shock laugh, that was one of them. Guy comes into a room and I kill him with the Chaos Storm from behind the door and he dies, which to a lot of people is just as cheap as some of this. Whoa, my legs are invisible. What was that about? But this is Dark Anor Londo. This is a full giant with a Black Knight Great Axe. This is the paradigm of Xbox players. You will get a bunch of these folks, and what they are people who have played through the game enough to have a decent understanding of PvE, but almost no real concept of the player versus player element. And the reason for this... Oh, and this guy's a dickhead, so that's interesting. He wants to duel, and now he wants help. And what am I doing? Oh, it's sad to watch. But there you go, and then he bows! Oh! And here we go, him and his friend. And am I going to get ganked? We will soon find out, so... I want not... Oh... I'm always fearful when I turn my back to an opponent because I get backstabbed from like 50 yards. I'm telling you, these people sometimes, they're like the Usain Bolt of backstabs. They cover the distance in milliseconds. And I'm running away for the Prowling Demon because this guy's my best friend. I'm also getting ready for them to enter the room so I can hit him with a Chaos Storm, but I'm probably going to switch to the Bellowing Ring. Anybody that doesn't know why I'm doing that or is not familiar with that combination, when you wear the Crown of Dusk and that ring, any magic you do will be pretty much the most damage it can do minus scaling. And, what are these guys doing? So here comes Mr. Witcher's Robes and is it a rapier? Here's me charging the Chaos Storm. That guy's got a Black Knight Shield, which I don't know if that'll stop it, but it'll be interesting if it does. That is the host getting shit on by the Titanite Demon. And that is an unsuccessful gank. So and he indicts me, which is interesting. Not as interesting as a character that I made the other night to fight in the Berg, which you saw a little teaser from. I got invaded by Dark Mooners pretty frequently. I'd not killed a single NPC and I'd not been indicted. And I don't know how it worked. Like, maybe one guy indicted me at the start and I forgot about it or something like that. But to my knowledge, I did nothing to piss off the Dark Moons. I really didn't. And this right now is a mistake on my part, because I didn't know if this guy wanted to go for the boss or what. But the Solaire who's here is an extremely high vitality, high damage AI Solaire. So he's not the best player, but he will kill you very quickly. And the worst part about this is I have a tendency for underestimating him because he's AI, but the parries are just as delayed against AI as they are against people. And I think I just one-shotted that guy somehow, I'm not too sure how. It must have been the Chaos Storm. Which, I get indicted again, wow. And then Solaire lets me... Look at that, look at the damage and the defense against the backstab. This is a Chaos Rapier. Solaire is a boss, man, a real boss. So this is for those who wait, which is an awesome name. I love any kind of name that's interesting like that. Oh, why did you do that, bro? Why? So this guy's a Tranquil Walker. I don't know what kind of Tranquil Walker he is, because as you can see, he ran off into the corner to cast it, which is very smart, but at the same time, I've never fought somebody who used Tranquil Walk and then something interesting. The only people I've ever seen are the ones who then immediately go for the backstab. So this is not me condemning that spell, because that spell does have merit, but everybody I see that uses it doesn't have an interesting combination to go with it. And I actually used to think that the spell only worked if you were in the radius of when it's activated. I didn't realise it was indicative of how close you are to the host. And that's kind of confusing. And I think this guy's going to summon a phantom, because he's waiting for his friend to do some co-op. And by co-op, I think he meant... you know, gangbang some unlucky players, because this guy's stacking a lot of really cheap miracles. He's not doing the spears and shit. And there we go, he summons the Phantom. So I summon that, and he interrupts it with Wrath, which is very smart actually, so I can't really floor him for that. I try it again, he goes for the backstab, but he doesn't quite get there. The summoning is not too quick, which is to my benefit, and this guy doesn't really know what to do now, so he starts running away. And I think he just hides from me until the summon comes. Oh no, he comes in with Wrath, but I finish him with the Scythe. And he gets appropriately pointed down because I don't like people like that. But back in Anor Londo, dark as it would seem, this is Kenji Wind. I can't quite tell what it is. I think he waved. He's got the Shield of Solaire. I can't see his weapon. I think it's a katana. Yeah, it's a katana. His legs are looking like the iron set. It looks like he's wearing the full iron set actually. I give him the loyal treatment. The Lloyd's talisman. Oh, he's just pulled out something. That's probably a talisman in itself. Yep, we've got another Wrath guy, which is interesting because with the Darkwood Grain Ring, rolling through Wraths is not that difficult at all. I'm just I don't know if at this point if I've had much practice doing it, but this is me dead angling somebody with the Scythe, which is what I really like to do. I'm not too sure how hard this is to parry on the opposite end if you're a good player, but a lot of people that do this with Wrath of Gods are not good players. And as you can see, this guy's got, what was that? Is that 6 stack? A stack of 6? Maybe more. And he's losing. But he doesn't... Does he heal? We'll soon see. Yeah, he heals, but luckily enough... Oh! What a fail. Wow. He goes for the non-locked on backstab and completely flunks it, but Oh no, am I going to lose after all this? Please say no. How has he not got fully stacked bleed? Oh, he's going to backstab me. Oh god. This is not even live. Come on. How can this be happening? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Faith has been restored. Freddie Mercury, big fist. And I bowed. You see, it just goes to show people that these videos are a progression. I would never bow to somebody that heals anymore. It's just, they've worn out the fucking charity tokens. My patience is run dry. This is the guy that summoned the Phantom and ganked me. Mr. fucking stacking poise and using a great axe guy. But we'll see how it turns out, because you'll notice this is when I'm really starting to practice my dead angles with the scythe. And this is only hard to do if you're not good at navigating the camera and the run button at the same time, which does involve like clawing your hand or whatever they call it. But it's not that difficult to do, and it's really effective against players that rely on lock-on. But once again, if this guy wasn't using a great shield, I don't know how easy I would be to parry as I break his stamina or his poise. And, ooh, clip him there with some lovely damage, and he heals, and I slash him. And how am I not building bleed? Oh, there, I think that might have been bleed or poise. Either way, it's a dead fucking housewife, which is a justice to everybody. Even though he's not wearing the obligatory mask, it still counts. So this is Dark Anor Londo. This is a guy wearing more giants? Wow. Oh, giants and wrath! Goodness me, this guy's creative. And I'm running away with my back to him, which you should never do, because unless you've got a good connection or you know that the connection's not too bad, you're just going to get backstabbed. This guy is using, however, a very heavy weapon, and that is a parry for your troubles, sir. But it doesn't kill him because he's got quite a lot of life, luckily enough. Is that a chain backstab, do you think? Or is it classed as a chain backstab when you do it after a parry? I'm not too sure. That could be cheap, I'm not decided, but he did engage me with, you know, the most cookie cutter of builds, so I'm trying to teach him a lesson in some way. This is the guy we've fought plenty of times before with. He now knows I'm going to main my scythe against him without lock-on, so he better change his strategy. Ooh, very nice. The kick, didn't expect it, would have worked if I wasn't a fast character. Out comes the spam. Oh no, he only does one, so he is learning at least, which is good. And out comes the scythe, so dead angles are going to start happening frequently from now on as he tries to... Because that's the cool thing about this strategy, folks. He does not have the speed to hit me like I do him, because I can get out of there, because the two-handed scythe, the mobility on it is staggering, and that is one of the main reasons I really like it. And that's dirty of me, that's really dirty, but I must have been having a bad day, guys, so do bear with me. And somebody actually asked me the other day, why do I use the great scythe so much? I use it in my offhand. And I know offhand's not been used in the right context there. I mean as a second weapon in my right hand. And I use it for a few reasons. The first one is it's intimidating. When you pull a scythe out, people's behaviour changes. Not only will they either respect you slightly more, but they're not too sure what you're going to do. Experienced players will know there's generally two strategies with a scythe. The running attack or the two-handed heavies, because they're the two moves that are really worth using. Everything else is a little bit too slow and a little bit too easy to punish. And I'm failing at the backstab here in Dark Anor Londo, which is glorious to watch. But the other things I like about the scythe is when I'm in red tier stone range, when it's a +5 electricity weapon, it does some sick damage. It's a very damaging weapon. Also, I find it enjoyable to use in PvE, so it helps me get to the PvP section of the game. And I'm not too sure what's happening here, folks. This Phantom is showing interest, he's not engaging. This guy doesn't look like he's giving it his all, because he's trying to pike me, which is always fun to watch. I don't know if oh, hang on a second, he's wrathing, he is showing interest. The range on that spell should be reduced, I don't care what anybody says. There's no reason it should have that much range. I would rather that spell be a one-hit kill, but it can only be done if you're in kissing distance. And, I mean, look at that trash. And watch the gestures, see what we get. Look how great these... Oh, they didn't gesture. Gentlemen. Gentlemen, who knew? So we've already fought this guy before. This was the guy we parried. We parried him with the Hornet's Ring, which, you know, there's debates whether or not that's respectable or not, but it is a rapier build, so the Hornet definitely benefits it, and come October 26th or whenever it is, the Hornet's Ring is going to be a legitimate strategy now, because it's no longer a run behind people and win button. You're gonna have to at least run behind them 2 to 3 times and win, which there's problems with that too, I guess. Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. So this guy's new to PvP, which is the reason why he's bowing, and yet he's not necessarily, you know, playing like a duelist generally does. Because after this match I sent him a message, and he was completely innocent of the stuff he'd been doing, so I can't be hard on a player who's new, because I'm a new player too, and the only reason I know half the things I know about the game is because I read things on forums, and I show an interest in the meta side of the game. And I showed an interest in the meta side of the player versus environments game, so when it comes to versing other people, it's even more so important, and that's the reason I sent him a message right there. Oh wow, that was laggy. Is that a Hornet's Ring, do you think, just then? I can't tell. Unless they do the Demon Souls backstab, or unless they do the 2-part riposte. I don't know if it's a Hornet, I really don't. But he beats me and then he bows, and I sent him a message basically saying, dude, don't spoil duels by healing, it's bad manners, and if you're gonna heal, don't bow, because what's the fucking point? And he sent me a message back saying he didn't know, and hopefully he'll now go off into the world of PvP and be a better fighter for it. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.